Hey everyone. Man, I'm trying to open this sparkling water. I would see this question all the time online. It makes me angry. So the title of the video is, why does he ask me to go back to his house after dates, right? And I understand maybe there are some new daters out there, new women, young women dating for the first time. You don't know what that's code for. But if you need any reassurance about what that's code for, that's code for that man wants to get inside of your pants. And you might be wondering, like, what do I do? As a young woman who's dating, or as a woman in general, like if you didn't know what that was code for, if you didn't know what that question was code for, what should you do? So you should immediately start talking about some things that you need. Okay, whatever you want, whatever you need. If that man is, on the first date with you or second date with you, and he's asking you, he's hinting at you going back to his house, you should start talking about the things that you need and want. What do you want? You want, you want some bills paid, you want some shoes, you want a dress. What do you want? You should start talking about it. Start talking about what you want and need. Because that man obviously looks at you as what he wants and needs, not in a good way, right? Because he wouldn't be rushing you to his bed so soon. Hey, Bianca in. Hey, girl. How's it going? I like your picture. It's so pretty. Hey, Fadwa and Jay. How's it going? Yeah. So I've just been seeing this question float around on the internet, on the interwebs, and it just made me angry. Like, and a lot of women are like, what do I do? What do I do when the guy asks me, hey, like, we're on the first date, but do you want to go back to my house? You start talking about the things that you need. You start talking about a bill. Start talking about how, you need to work because you don't got time. You're like, oh man, wait, there's this bill I have to work in the morning. I have to go or run and do this. I have to figure this out. I have to figure that out. You feel me? Do that. Do that. Hey, Tyrone, how's it going? Hey, LaShawn's life, how's it going? And then Fadwa and Jay says, good, thank you, we love you. I love you too, Fadwa, girl. Hey, thank you. But yeah, I mean, it's immediate because these men will ask you to open yourself up, make you your most vulnerable. Lay down and take a risk your life to give them some type of sexual gratification. And with that, you should be very comfortable asking for what you want. And it doesn't mean you have to give them anything. Because a lot of times men will invest in the opportunity and the chance at that with you. Make the men invest in the opportunity and the chance, not the actual act, right? I mean, they'll sit there and ask you to open yourself up, risk your life. I mean, let's think about women taking on the lion's share of sexual risk, right? Women are the ones who get pregnant. And there's a lot of risk with getting pregnant. There's a lot of social risk with getting pregnant. There's a lot of economic, financial risk with getting pregnant. Emotional risk at getting health risk. Like, women are ostracized when they're single mothers. Women are ostracized for their sexual activity that are perceived as like not socially acceptable. Women die giving childbirth. I mean, still today, things are much better than thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, right? Like, women survive at much higher rates today, but they still die. Particularly Black women die at very high and very alarming rates during childbirth. And a man yes, we all know not all sex leads to pregnancy. However, that is a risk and a chance, even if you do use contraceptives. Like, it's still a risk and a chance. And they're asking you to risk your life. They're not the ones that get pregnant. So if they're asking you essentially to risk their life to give them some type of sexual gratification, then you should be more than comfortable saying, hey, you know what? I'm struggling with this situation. Can you help me out? Or, you know what? I need help with this mortgage. I'm tired. I can't really engage in this, stressing about these responsibilities or these bills that I have, right? You should be comfortable asking them for what you want. Hey Terry, hey. Ooh, Indie Ghost Stardust. Hey girl, you're absolutely right. Yes, girl. These men will sit there and ask you to basically risk your life for a very fleeting sense of sexual gratification and then try to give you nothing. No, you should be very comfortable asking for what you want. M. Dixon says, is this something that just took place? Oh, no. I've just been seeing this comment. This question floating around the internet for a while. It's making me angry. It's making me angry that a lot of women don't know how to deal with the question. They don't like, what do I do? What do I do when women are asking, like, what do I do when he starts asking me to go back to his house after the first day, second day, third day? Well, you need to start talking about some stuff that you need and just talk about it. Don't go with him, but just start talking about it. Be like, oh, well, I really got to focus on working because there's this tuition bill that I really need help with. If I didn't have to pay that bill, maybe I would have the time and the energy to go back to the house with you. But I don't. I don't. And the thing is, it's like no one really appreciates the emotional and intimate labor that women put in that they do for everyone. Women are expected to give of themselves to everyone while getting nothing in return. Those days are over. Like we done. This is not. And then even Tyrone says the first date could be too soon. And then Bianca says they want the most with nothing to offer. Yes. The most, Bianca. We're talking about the most. We're talking about something more important than money itself. Something more important than the very thing that runs the world. The very thing that makes the world go round. The very thing that makes society what it is. The very thing that we all pass through. It's a literal portal to this world, and they want it for nothing. And a lot of us are dumb enough to get it for nothing. Really? Nah, we done. Whoever's still doing this, no. Terry Glazer says Bianca is right. But anyway, I don't know what you're talking about, Tyrone. Bianca says it's a new day. It is a new day. Indeed, it is a new day, right? Like, why would anyone do this? Terry Glazer says, what you do is make the dusty cough like he got the Rona on your desk while you walking away, kicking dirt in his face as fast as you can. Terry, we could do that, but I'm much more interested in helping women secure the bag and just get what they want, like, out of the interaction. Because trust me, they are trying their best to get something from you, and they're not afraid to ask you. So you should not be afraid to ask them. Let me say it again. They are asking you, someone they just met, someone they've done nothing for. They've done nothing to help your survival. They've done nothing to empower you. They've done nothing to enrich your life. They are sitting here looking at your face, asking you to lay down and risk your life, risk yourself, getting Lord knows what type of STDs. They're asking you to risk getting pregnant and possibly dying in childbirth, possibly being socially ostracized for being a single mother, possibly, risking your health while offering you nothing in return. And you lay down and do it? Nah. No, we not doing. There's no reason. There's no reason. And I don't know, like, I'm gonna hop on and make another video, but a lot of these men are super desperate right now. They're super desperate. It's coronavirus, and I've noticed that a lot of men are very desperate. Listen, you need to hit the iron while it's hot and make your demands, and you will get them. You will get what you are looking for. Anyway, Bianca. Tyrone said he agreed. He agrees. You shouldn't be giving yourself for nothing. It doesn't make sense. People love to act like this emotional, intimate labor isn't anything. I mean, it's even more important than intellectual and physical labor. Cherry says they too sheep and selfish to give us the bag in reality. Well, guess what? We need to be stingy with what we got. If they're stingy and cheap and selfish with what they have, we need to be stingy, cheap, and selfish with what we have and what they want. I mean, like, honestly, so the female unit, we'll call it the female unit, is literally a portal. Literally a portal from one world into the next. We all pass through that portal. We would not be here if we didn't pass through that portal. And us women are just giving it away for nothing, for promises that they'll never fulfill. And we're being hoodwinked, bamboozled. We can't do this. We can't do it. Oh, Bianca says you put me on to Shira7 on YouTube, and she's helped change my mindset when it comes to dating. Girl, I will never go back. I'm so like I found Shira7 when I was 25. Let me tell you something. It's been a couple years now, and I would hands down, that's one of the most important things that's ever happened to me. Like, literally finding her channel is one of the most important things that has ever happened to me, because my standard of living is better. I have more. I'm financially free. Like, I don't worry about anything because I know my power. This is another thing I wanted to talk about. So I wanted to talk about how men go out into the world, get money, get cars, get houses just to access what women have. And it's not just the body part. It is the emotional labor. It is the intimacy. Women provide joy. Women provide purpose. Okay? And we can't just be giving ourselves away without being provided security and stability. It is evolutionary biology for us to seek out resources before we seek out any type of emotional attachment. Like, that is nature. Like, that is not, you're not shallow. You know what's shallow? You know what's really shallow? People love to say, oh, women that seek, financial stability are shallow. No, they're not. No, they're not. You can't provide your family with a good life if you don't have any financial security or stability. How you gonna be in love struggling and in poverty? Like, how you gonna do that? That don't make no sense. That's not shallow. What's really shallow is prioritizing looks and sex over everything, which men do that. But no one labels men the same way they label women. They'll label women looking for security as gold diggers, as users, blah blah blah. But men literally out here trying to use women for sexual gratification, and they're not labeled as anything. Really? It's just normal. That's just a man. It's just a man's nature, right? Like, a lot of people write it off as like, oh, that's the nature of man. But women are shamed for that? No. Seeking stability and security is not superficial, and it is not materialistic. It is what you're supposed to be doing. Now, seeking someone just for looks and just for some sex is shallow. Okay? All right. So, anyway. So, Indy Ghost Stardust says, you preaching, girl? I'm sorry. I was just in a bad mood. I was just angry because someone was trying to argue with me, like, trying to say that what I'm saying it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, it makes all the sense. It makes all the sense. Anywho, Terry says, okay, she mode. Red? She says it makes sense though. It makes all the sense. What do you mean? How you gonna call a woman out here trying to survive? Okay, and I just shared an article with someone that shows that women, still the number one way for women to get rich is through marriage because of the wage gap, right? A man and a woman will do the same job. Often a woman will do a better job, but a woman will get paid less because she's a woman. Women who try to play that career game are discriminated against. Women who do it are important. Absolutely, they are important, and they should keep striving. However, at the same time, they should be looking at that man like, okay, I need some security. It doesn't matter if I can do it on my own. You need to be contributing something. because my presence is valuable. Me giving you purpose, me giving you companionship, me giving you emotional availability is valuable, and you should be compensated for that. Fadwa and Jay says, my body is sacred. If there is no mutual feelings of respect and appreciation, give and take, hell no. I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? Like, right. That's how it should be. Terry Glazier says, fair is fair, right is right. All right. So, I mean, I just wanted to get this off my chest because I was like really frustrated with the question, frustrated with some interactions I've had. Literally what you have, that portal that you have is literally the most valuable thing on this earth. Literally. There would be no humanity without it. All the 8 billion people on this planet would not exist without that. It is literally more valuable than anything. It's like, I think Shira7 said this once, like, if you had a handful of diamonds, would you just give it away to a stranger walking down the street? No. Then why would you give yourself away like that? Without any type of stability, commitment, security, value added to your life. Why would you do that? Stop doing that. Okay, so Terry Glazier says, I know, as soon as I say I'm a nurse, it's on for them thinking it's all on a B. What you mean, girl? All on a B? What's that mean? Like they not gonna be sitting over here contributing? Like you just gonna pay your own bills? Bianca says, we can't lose value messing with these dusties. No, we need to stop. They don't even deserve acknowledgement. If you don't got it together, if you don't have yourself together where you can add value to a woman's life, you need to leave women alone, period. Because what they'll do is they'll enter your life trying to extract everything that they possibly can from you. And okay, if you think about the world and how it's structured, right? Most of societies are patriarchal in this world, okay? Most societies cater to men. The world is built for men, so men can succeed out there in the world. For a man to take advantage of and exploit a woman is the lowest thing a man can do, because the world is literally configured and structured for their success. So if you can't succeed out into the world, even though the world caters to you, and you got to latch on to the person that is discriminated against and that is oppressed by the world, something wrong with you. You are like literally the lowest common denominator. Men who live off of women, men who do that are the lowest common denominator. They are the lowest thing on this earth. The world literally caters to men, and you're leeching off of a woman, someone who structurally has a much harder time making it in this world on her own, and you leech off of her, and you try to get help from her, and you try to go 50-50 with her. You're like, what are you? At this point, you're like literally worthless. Men who do this are worthless. Okay. Sorry. So, I mean, Indigo Stardust says, gateway to the universe. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And your picture is so pretty, girl. I like your glasses. They're so pretty. Okay. I gave my heart. Okay, M. Dixon, I don't know what you're talking about. Terry Glazer says, all on the beach means they expect you to pay for everything. Girl, people with portals don't pay. People who literally have portals attached to their body shouldn't pay for nothing. If a man is so lucky to spend time with someone that literally has a portal attached to their body, shouldn't be paying for nothing. Anywho. Bianca says, pay them, Terry, pay them. Y'all silly. M. Dixon, so you're a man. Okay. M. Dixon says, in return, why I gotta find out she don't seeking arrangements behind her back. M. Dixon, were you providing for her? Were you paying all her bills? If you weren't, she was looking for some supplemental funds. You feel me? She was looking for some extra stability and security because you weren't providing it, sir. They gets not okay. All right, guys. So I'm about done. I'm gonna hop on again in a couple of minutes. And yeah, I'll be back. So with that said, I will